Hey Stallions, welcome back to the main event.
Today on the main event, we talk to senior Christian Roberts on his journey through the world of NASCAR racing. I'm Aziz.
And I'm Taylor Frith, and this is the main event for May 3rd, 2024. For our first story, we will be talking to senior Christian Roberts and his love for speed. Let's hit the track.
Amen. So what I enjoy here, I just want to give a quick shout out. Christian Roberts in the number one. We saw him come out, do a couple laps. Some of the times he showed up last year, didn't even race. He was just here to get some experience. He is one of those classic cases of a fan from the grandstands who finally is getting his feet into a car that he can compete with. He's got a nice, speedy Mikey Killen X race car. Yeah. And the best part about it is you can still tell that car flipped over last year.
Hi, my name is Christian Roberts, and I'm a racing driver. Ever since I was young, I have been racing go-karts at K1 Speed. That's where I basically got my feet wet into racing. That's where I basically learned how to drive a race car, learned how to basically know the lines and everything about how to run your course, like hitting your apex, entering in your corners and everything, and also hitting at high speeds as well. And then later I went to a racetrack called Irwindale Speedway. One spring day in March of 22, when I was just a sophomore in high school, I visited Irwindale Speedway for the very first time because my dad gifted me with a little ride-along, like they do ride-alongs in race cars, to race around the track for 5 laps as a passenger. That is where I first met my good friend Trevor Huddleston. And Trevor Huddleston is probably the winningest driver in Irwindale Speedway. He is one of the best drivers out there. He's really fast, and also he's just a really good guy. And that is how I began racing in Irwindale, because I was a fan of the grandstands because of him.
The class I race at in Irwindale is called the Enduro Division, which is a class where we get cars from the 1990s, specifically Honda Accords, and we make them race cars. And it's a very fun class to do, and it's teaching me a lot of things about racing, and I'm currently driving the number 1 white Honda Accord.
So my time in NASCAR has really affected me as a person, because racing in general has been just been my heart and soul for me. Being around the people, being around the atmosphere of racing, it's just really shaped me as a human being. Racing has really taught me so much about so much. It teaches me a lot of life lessons. All the people that I work with, they go through life as well, and they basically use this as a way to get away from all the stress that they've been having. Because racing is basically a stress reliever for me, and it's just a way for me to have fun. Just let the world know who I am, and also it's just a good way for me to just have a good time out there and just be the average American that I am. And also, if you want to be a racing driver, you should never give up. You have to look for the right people. You have to be sure you got enough money to do it, but you have to be sure you got to have that faith in yourself, because you may not do this again. You may do it again, but also there will be hard speed bumps along the road. In the end, you should never give up. You have to keep trying and all that stuff, and someday you might get there and all that stuff. And always remember, if you ain't first, you're last.
What an amazing story. He really shows how much he loves it. It's so interesting to see the world behind the scenes of racing. We wish him luck in his journey to being a race car driver. Make sure to keep tuning in every Friday for more upcoming events and stories that we'd like to share with you.
I'm Taylor Frith.
And I'm Aziz signing off.